It's time for the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration, and this month I was able to smash a whole 6x6 pad, so let's see what I ended up making with it. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. It is the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration. This is just a small collab that I do with my friend Sarah, who's crafting and relaxing here on YouTube, and Kathy, who is Stampin' Cat over on Instagram. And each month we just pull out some of the basic gray papers we've been hoarding in our stash and play with them and enjoy them. So this month, since I've been kind of in fall crafting mode, I pulled out the Indian Summer pad, and I actually had two of these. They came in like a big bundle or bin of stuff that I picked up when I was thrifting, and so there were two of them, and they had 36 sheets, and they were, it says Indian Summer, but it's kind of, you know, still fallish, fall colors and leaf patterns and such. So I smashed one whole pad of, 36 sheets. And I actually took my pad along with me. I did a sister's trip. We were like at a cabin on a lake in the middle of nowhere. So when we weren't on the lake or kind of walking outside, we all spent some time crafting. So I didn't know what I wanted to do with the pad when I took it along with me. So I didn't take a lot of extra stuff. I just took the pad and card bases because I figured I would do some cards. So I figured, since I had my phone, I decided to work through some of Jess Craft's 6x6 paper busting templates. And so I just started with number 1 and kind of worked my way through. Now, I wish I would have taken some extra sheets of white cardstock for some matting. So like the first probably 2/3 of the cards, I wasn't really able to do any like matting of the individual pieces. I used some of the more solid papers in the pad as mats when I could, and then just kind of mixed and matched some of the other patterns together. And then when I came home, I did some embellishing. So I started with template number 1 and just did 2 different patterns of paper so that I had like 2 of each card with the strips, the vertical strips and this horizontal strip. And then I just came back and added some chipboard pumpkins and a sticker sentiment on this horizontal strip. I did 4 of those. Template number 2, I have another 4. Again, just used 2 different pattern papers, and in this case I actually matted for my card mat. These were 2 pieces that were left over from cutting the 4 by 5 1/4 inch card mats, and so I just kind of pieced them together so there's like a seam there in the middle, but most of it's covered with my squares from the template, and then just embellished them again when I came home. Template number 3. Oh, actually I think I skipped template number 3 for some reason, because this is actually, my next one is template number 4. And again, just did 2 different patterns. One, is the strips, and one is this rectangular piece in the middle, and then added my embellishments. Template number 5. Two patterns again, matted with the, this time I ended up pulling in, this one was not quite so solid, but there wasn't a whole lot of different colors on this one, so I used it as a card mat as well because I was starting to run low. It's template number 6. Little squares. I didn't use a card mat on this one since most of it would be covered up with the squares. Again, 2 different patterns. So another 4 cards. So template number 7, I actually used 3 different patterns since there were 3 different pieces going on the front. She just looks like she just has 2 called for on here, or like a front and a back, but I went ahead and just used 3 different patterns, so I actually got 6 cards this time. And I was home by the time I did these, so I was able to bring in some white cardstock matting behind all of my different panels. And then template number 8, I did 3 patterns again, so there are 6 of these, and was able to do matting this time as well. And by this point, since I was home, I also brought in just some cardstock mats that I had already pre-cut from my stash. Like this burlap pattern was from my stash as well. And then I have one more because I was getting down to the bare bones of things. I think I had 2 or 3 patterned papers left plus some scraps. And so I was able to get another 6 cards out of what was left using template number 9. And so I did not mat the panels that went directly under the card mat, but I did mat the rectangular panel that went across horizontal. So I just used a combination of stickers and chipboard pieces that were in my stash. And I also used the other part of the cover of the pad because I thought these were really pretty, bright, vibrant colors. So I decided to make a bookmark with that. I didn't do anything to it other than cut it off, round the corners, punch a hole. Super easy. So I ended up with 38 cards and 1 bookmark from this 36-page pack. Again, just utilizing Jeff's Crafts paper busting templates. Now, her templates do not leave you with any scraps, but I did have scraps from cutting down like my card mats here. Anything that I used as a card mat, I did have scraps of, and so I just took those different pieces and put them on the insides of my cards. So the insides also all have a little bit of something on the inside. But other than that, I don't normally try and smash my basic gray papers, but in this case, since I did have 2, I can always save this one for another time. So I did go ahead and smash it and had some fun playing with the fall patterns papers and the Just Craft templates. I will link her website in the description box below for you if you have not checked out her templates. They are awesome to have. She's got such a variety using different sizes papers, different size cards. So definitely a wide variety to check out if you haven't. Also, be sure to check out the links for Sarah and Kathy in the description box below. Thank you guys so very much for your time today and hope you all have a very crafty day.